Hello, Set Shine. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you for the boba. Yes, I have a boba on my drawer now. How are you today? Okay. Bodysuit? Looking good? Yeah, yeah. It's a bunny suit. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Akaru. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your stay. For some reason, everyone comes to my stream when I'm drawing gooner art. Oh, you like that ass? You like the air? Let's see. She's my OC. I hope you guys like a bunny suit. To be honest, I wasn't on Twitch for a while. I see. Yeah, I haven't been on Twitch for a while as well until like recently decided to start streaming. So like honestly I have no idea what's going on. I'm just drawing and enjoying my time here, talking to people. I mean, no matter what you draw, is my artist. That's true. Thank you very much. was drawing this last night as well. It's continuing where I left off. Seems like a lot of people liked it. Had more engaged than my previous stream. It's very interesting. She a commission or OC from some series? She is my OC. It's my baby girl. She's the one that you see on the left side of the screen. She's pretty for sure. Her name is Seri. Seri. Serion for full name, but you can just call her Seri. Serion's kind of long. Yeah. I've only started drawing her like more recently because I was mostly working on like fan art most of the time in the past. I quite like drawing her. I miss drawing her. Did you write some lore of her? Yeah, I have like 10 pages of lore for her. I do have lore for her. Insane amount of lore. I explained it like in one of my previous stream and it took like 3 hours, the entire lore. It was just me constantly yapping on and on and on. I don't... That's nice. I feel it was really interesting. You wanna hear? Are you down to hear? Are you down for 3 hours of lore? Three hours, technically I could. I wish I could, but I could share some of it. But I have to go like in like an hour or so. Yeah. Basically she's like a she serves like a devil. She's not a good person, unfortunately. So she is um, bound to a devil. Got some powers from him and stuff, and she is very loyal to him. Very, very loyal. Uh, so that started when she was like young, when she was like around 8 years old, 10 years old. So then as she grew older, like throughout the years, she's just been going around collecting souls, committing mass murder as a child. She's not a good person, but yeah, but then again, she's not the main character. She is a side character of my story. So yeah, um, she has a significantly more evil background, I would say. So then, um, yeah, she does have a redemption arc. So then, after she grew up, she realized that like what she was doing was not a good thing, and that happened because she saw like when she was about to uh raise her sword against like two kids. It reminded her of her and her brother when they were younger, so she was like, okay, this is wrong, you know. So that was like when she was around 19 years old. So then she stopped targeting like innocents, but then she was still going around trying to please the devil that she was worshipping, because he technically saved her from her. Oh shit, I was on the wrong layer. So yeah, because he technically saved her from uh her rough childhood. So then she was very devoted to him. So she still tried her best to harvest souls from other people, other villagers and stuff. So she resorts to, yeah, having mixed feelings. So then she resorts to just harvesting criminal souls and stuff like that. So she just stopped murdering like innocents and stuff. But obviously, you know, it's not good enough. Like it's not bringing in as much souls for the devil as much as it was before. And then she was basically cut off from him, like all sorts of communication just lost because he was not satisfied with her performance. So it was like a sign for her to do better, but she couldn't. She just took it really bad, like really hard. So then during that few years of like trying to appease him, she still tries her best to uh, harvest souls from criminals and stuff like that. But it just wasn't the same. Like he just wasn't giving like her the same signal as before. So then she met like this mentor, who serves a god, like a different god, a goddess of time and divination. So he introduced her to his faith, and they actually established like this sort of like foster father slash. Oh, give me 1 minute. So she actually uh established like this sort of like foster father and foster daughter sort of relationship with her mentor. So they were like they were getting along really well, and she was like starting to be happier again. But then her patron, the devil, found out that she was serving another, right? So he wasn't too happy about it, and he basically kind of devised like a plan to. It could be interesting if she could borrow some powers from the god or patron she worshipped. Well, yeah, she did. But that comes like later. So then the where was I? So yeah, he devised some sort of plan to bring her back into his service. So he basically just like kidnapped her and her mentor and brought them back to his realm. And he knows that she cannot defy him because like she's just stupid and loyal, too loyal, like loyal to a fault. So he was like, I will give you a chance to redeem yourself, to serve me again. Kill this man. So she unfortunately had to kill her mentor. Yeah, so she afterwards she realized that it was going too far, you know, to the point where he had to do that to her and stuff. So she decided that she wants to get revenge on the devil and sought help from the goddess of divination and goddess of time to help her out on her quest to defeat the devil. His name is Mephistopheles. So then she reached out to the goddess of divination and asked if there was anything like she could use against the devil, you know. So then the goddess of divination was like, alright, I'm gonna give you this weapon. It's the dagger of binding. So when you get close to him, try to get close to him and then stab him wherever you can. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. So then she had to earn his trust. So she had to do his bidding again, go around committing all the mass murders again. But this time she is more calculated. Like she's targeting organizations of like large crimes and stuff instead. Yeah, like a special weapon. That's right. So then she basically goes around doing that, and then she managed to gain his trust again, and he was like, okay, let me, you know, give you, like, reward you with something, because he isn't exactly unreasonable. He's a person that's like, he's reasonable to some extent. So he was like, I will give you a reward, right? So she asked for like a hug just to get like close to him, and then he was like confused by the request at first, but he just lets her do it anyway. So then that's when she stabs him in the back of his neck, and it bounded him to her, like to her service. And obviously he was like pretty humiliated by this act because he didn't think he could fall for such a simple simple strategy. So then he told her she would regret this. And then so now she has him in her service, and she doesn't really summon him for anything. It's just that she wants to keep him away from her. Like she just wants him to not bother her anymore. So then there were some times that she will summon him for certain purposes, like if her and her group were like in grave danger, then yeah, she would summon him to get them out, like bail them out and stuff like that. But otherwise she wouldn't go to the extent of summoning him for anything, because she just wants him to stay away. So then during the times that she wasn't paying attention to him, he was actually finding out ways to break out of the binding spell, because, you know, he wants to get back at her as well. Then I need to think. Yeah, so he eventually managed to break out of the spell. And one night when she was just resting, like he brings her back to his realm and just binds her soul and binds her soul to hell so that she can't escape and she can't, you know, find ways to go against him again. Of course he was pissed, but then again he's like, she does pretty good work for him, so he wants her to continue to be in service to him. So then he tells her to like do stuff in hell instead, so eliminating the demons and stuff like that. He let it slip. Well, he didn't let it slip, I guess. He just kind of found a way to break out of the spell. Yeah. So then she kind of was just roaming around hell, killing demons, and honestly, you know, it's not all that bad, because instead of murdering like normal innocent people, she's just murdering like demons and going around doing conquests and stuff in hell, and she's not harming anyone. So she thought like, you know what, this is fine, like it's fine, she can live with this. And also like during this period of time, he finds out, the devil finds out that she actually isn't just loyal to him. She actually has like a deep-seated crush in him. It's like a twisted sort of devotion and love sort of thing. So he made use of her feelings for him to like how do I word this so I don't get cancelled? Yes, like hidden feelings for him. So it's like, so he uses the feelings to get her to do stuff for him, right? Like to continue being in his service and stuff. So then also he rewards her using like uh affection and intimacy and stuff like that. So they actually beat each other, and and she is like, yes, manipulate her to do stuff, but and so she's actually okay with this deal, because like on one hand she knows that like she, even though it's not real, like he's just using her, she's like not too affected by it as of now, because like it's not too bad, right? Until one point until one point where he started projecting his ex-girlfriend onto her, because like, so the thing is, like, the way she looks at him is full of like love and full of like devotion and stuff. It's something that he always wanted his ex to look at him with, but the thing is, like, she never looked at him that way. Yeah, so his ex was the asshole previously. So some context about this devil is that he used to be good. He used to be the god of wisdom, but then came like this demigod that just came out of nowhere, and then she decides to seduce him because he was one of the strongest gods in the god realm. So then she used him to, like, climbing. It's like climbing the corporate ladder through, relationships after relationships. So she kind of played him in the past, right? So he felt betrayed. So the devil felt betrayed, and then he was like, you know what, uh, I give up on love, blah 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 blah, that kind of stuff. So then back to the present, he still, he still can't forget about his ex, because like it was like his first love and stuff like that. So then he projects it on her, on Seri, and he basically wants it, like, pretends that it could have been him and his ex-girlfriend. So then Seri is like, this is not, this is getting bad. This is getting from bad to worse, right? So she's feeling really depressed about all of this, because she could, like, no matter how hard she tries, she could never be like his priority. Like he could never acknowledge her for who she is. So then her group of friends that she was traveling with finally found a way to get into hell, to try to get her out. But the thing is, she's bound to hell. So then the devil, his name is Mephistopheles. Mephistopheles is like, I sense intruders in my realm. Get rid of them, right? So he sends Seri to get rid of them, but Seri finds them and she's like, "Oh my god, it's my friends." And they're like, "Holy shit, like, you're alive. I thought we wouldn't find you alive." And she's like, everyone have their limits, so you can't blind follow one person when he don't do nothing about it. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, then uh so she finds her friends, and then they rejoice for a bit, but it died down pretty quickly when they realized that they can't get her out of hell. So she's like, there is only one way to resolve this, and it's like, she can't kill herself. She can't commit suicide, because then Mephistopheles would just take her soul, and and she doesn't want to be like, doesn't want to let him have her soul. Otherwise he could just like respawn her, and then she would just be like a eternal servant to him. So she was like, I need a soul crushing weapon, like a weapon that completely destroys one's soul. So I need you to get that from the goddess of time for me. So they were like, oh, okay, okay, you know what? Okay, let's do that. So her friends try to go back to their normal realm, which is Earth. Contacted the goddess of time and divination, and they managed to get a weapon. Came back to Hell to find her, but like during this time when they were gone, Mephistopheles actually found out that she let them escape, so he locks her up in the dungeon, thinking that she was gonna betray him. So he didn't like he's not a fan of like betrayals and stuff like that because of what his ex did to him. So he has a lot of insecurities. Man's got insecurities. So then her friends came to rescue her. Well, not exactly rescue, but came with the soul crushing sword to destroy her soul completely. Yeah, everyone can have them. It's true. Even gods, right? Even devils, like they can it can get to them. So then yeah, her friends managed to find her. And then Mephistopheles thought the sword was for him. Like he thought that she betrayed him, like how everyone else did. So he was pretty mad about it. But then when the battle broke out, like instead of stabbing Mephistopheles with the sword, oh, thank you for the follow. But yeah, instead of stabbing him with the sword, her friends stabbed her instead, and he was quite taken aback by what just happened. So then this is the part where it gets a bit confusing because there's some time traveling involved. So there is the part where she dies in this universe, like in this timeline where she dies. I write stuff as well, but recently I have problems with it. Oh, you can share with me if you want. No, we can figure it out together. Yeah. So then this is the part where she dies. This is the timeline where she dies, and at first Mephistopheles wasn't too affected by her death. But then as it continues to go by, he starts to realize that everyone else looks at him with just like greed in their eyes. Like no one looked at him the way that she looked at him. So everyone else wanted something from him, whereas for Ceres, like she only ever wanted him to acknowledge her, like just to be proud of her and like the stuff that she does. So over time, like tens and thousands of years that's gone by, he regrets. He kind of starts to regret that he didn't cherish her enough. So he starts to forget how she looks like and how she sounded like, and he's starting to do stuff like trying to remember how she looks like and all that. Sometimes I have concept for story, but I don't have the strength to write them. You can just write them out in point form. That's what I do. I always write them out in point form. I don't do like the full concept, but I have them like pretty fleshed out in my brain. So I can yap about it, but if you ask me for any documents, I don't have them. Yeah, so after after like tens and thousands of years, Mephistopheles starts to regret his actions, like letting her die and stuff. So he tries all sorts of ways to try to remember how she looks like. He created like illusions of her, but they just never turned out right. Like they just never looked like her. All of it just looks different. Like her hair would be like too white or too blonde. Like her eyes would just be red or like just straight up orange and stuff. And like he just like has like a concept of her, but he doesn't have a full grasp of how she looks like anymore. So he's desperately trying to find a way to remember her, but all he could remember was just the feeling of the feeling that she gave him, which is just full of devotion and full of like love, right? So then he couldn't take it anymore. He decides that he wants to uh steal the power from the goddess of time, so that he could go back in time to reverse everything, to love her like when he could have. But then he became like the strongest in hell. He took over the strongest title, but then it was really empty. Like he couldn't find any joy in it, even though everyone's praising him and stuff. Yes, he was trying to make like a clone of her, but he doesn't remember how she looks like. Yes. It was just illusions, like not exactly clones, but just illusion. But he just couldn't remember how she looks like, and it's just tearing him apart. This whole thing, like she was like a ghost. 1 second. Yeah, so uh she well he just gave up and just decided that, you know, the easiest way is just to go back in time, right? And he knows just the person that can do that, which is the goddess of time and divination. So then um where was I? So then he became like the strongest in hell. He defeated Lucifer, which was the strongest. But there was no joy. There was no joy in it. Like even though everyone was praising him and stuff, like there was just it just felt empty. Like there was, but like, and in the sea of people, like he saw her, just like a blurred vision of her, and he realized that that was like she was the most important thing to him, because like even though everyone else just treated him as a devil that they could use to their advantage, she viewed him as a being that was worthy of worshipping. So then he wanted her back because she was the only one that looked at him that way. So he tries with his newfound powers as the strongest in hell to fight against the goddess of time, but he was still too weak. He was still not strong enough, because after all, devils are weaker than gods, which is the whole reason why they have to steal and harvest souls from other humans and stuff. The twist would be she don't have any feelings for him anymore. But wait, I'm getting to that part. Yeah, I'm getting to that part. Yeah, so then he battles the goddess of time, and she defeats him because like he's not strong enough. No worries. I know. But yeah, so the goddess of time was like, you know what, you look pathetic as hell, like from what I remembered. So, but like as a token of our friendship, I will help you out once. So she actually sends him back to the time where when they were still friends, when he was still a god, and she taught him like a few spells where he could use to uh, save the mortals with his own immortality, like a part of his immortality, give up a certain part of it to save the one soul. So she taught him that, and at first he was like, "Why are you teaching me this? It's like utterly useless. I would never use this." But she's like, "You know, you need it. You need it, brother." And then but he doesn't remember any of this that happened. So when he fell to devilhood again, you know, everything repeats, and up to the point where she was stabbed by the sword of the soul crushing sword. So he remembers everything after she was stabbed by the sword. So he remembers like the loneliness he felt without her for tens and thousands of years. So he immediately tries to like bring her back and stuff. Like he was desperate to bring her back. Then and then like he used a spell like that the goddess of time taught him, and sacrificed like a part of his immortality for her to, you know, to survive. And because of that, like he became weak, and he became like just like bedridden because it takes time for him to recover. Right, so when he wakes up again, like he is surprised that she was still with him, because like Seri feels like she's responsible for what has happened, and she isn't one that will just leave him alone when like all of this is happening. After all, she still has that deep-seated love for him, because she's stupid. She's stupid, my stupid girl. And then so she's like helplessly in love with this devil, even though he treated her really badly. So then when he wakes up and stuff like that, he realizes that she's still around, and he was like, he wasn't surprised, but at the same time he was like, why didn't you just like, you know, just leave me and escape? And she tells him that she actually feels responsible for him being this way and stuff. And he's like he really just wants her by his side now. Like he doesn't need anything else, right? Like he could give up being the strongest in hell. He could give up like his immortality and stuff like that just to have her, because the way she looks at him is just different from everyone else. But she's taken aback by um by his like kindness, because like all of a sudden he's so nice to her for no reason. So she's like skeptical of like his actions and his motives and stuff. Stupid, but looks so serious and mature anyways. She is like the how do I put it? Like she's the most sensible one in the group, like makes the most sane decision, but at the same time she's helplessly in love with the devil. That's like her flaw, I think. So yeah, he starts being nicer to her, and she's very skeptical of this whole thing. Hello, Odo! Welcome to stream! Let me give a shout out to you. I am drawing gooner art. Yes, I am just touching on the shoes now. Hello, hello. I was just sharing some lore about my OC. Hehe. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I will share with you once I am done. 100%. For sure. But yes, so then she is like, where was I? Yeah, so she's skeptical about his actions and stuff like that. It's like, why are you being so nice to me all of a sudden? And he's like, he can't really explain it because it's like, how is she gonna believe him that he actually lived a life without her, like tens and thousands of years without her, and then he's like back here, like it doesn't make sense. Like, would she believe that? You know? So he's kind of like just tight-lipped about it because he doesn't know how to explain himself either. So he just keeps quiet. So then it goes back and forth with a lot of like him trying to pursue her again, and then she on the other hand is like, why are you being so nice to me all of a sudden? So it's like this whole thing going on for like a couple of years before they finally sat down and talk about it. So then during this time when they were when she's like just waiting for him to heal up and stuff, it's like when he's still weak and all, he actually needs her help because there would be like devils and demons trying to take over his position and stuff, try to kill him, take his power, and also he actually relies on her to protect him when he's still recovering. So you know, it's kind of sweet, but at the same time it's like so confusing for her. So then when they finally sat down and talk about it, he explains to her like why like he's behaving like that, what happened and stuff. And she needed time to think about it. But then eventually she decided that okay, if that what you're saying is true, and since it seems like, you know, what you're like it matches your actions as well, so she kind of believes him, and the way he looks at her is completely different as well. So it's kind of like a sort of like happy ending for her, right? Like she finally gets the love that she desired. And like she was like, but let's you know, wait for you to recover, because he recovers faster in his realm. So like before they get out and just live a life together, adventuring and, you know, doing stuff together, she wants him to recover fully before leaving the realm. She'll be like, oh my, don't worry, I'm here. Yes. So she becomes his protector instead, yeah. But then comes the day where they were invaded by a couple of devils, and it's rare because like devils hardly work together, so something was up. Something was definitely up. But then So when they defeated the two devils, and this was when he was already like getting better, so he was on the verge of like recovering to the fullest. Then uh, Mephistopheles dealt the finishing blow to both the devils, Mammon and Belial. They so they thought like it was over and stuff until Lucifer came out and destroys Mephistopheles' body, and he unfortunately dies in the event. But before he dies, he asks for her hand in marriage, and they are wedded and they are bound together, like until the end of time. So yeah, it's a sad story for her because like she was gonna be happy, but she can't. So then he tells her to take his heart and consume it so that it would keep her safe, like protect her. It's like a protection of sorts for her. She can, you are the author. Yeah, I did want to make her happy, but I realized, you know, they're not good people. They don't deserve to be happy. But I did create AUs for them, so technically they're happy in another universe. But like yeah, so she took his heart, but instead of consuming it, I understand it's more interesting this way. Yeah, it is. It's like the angst, you know. Yeah, so she, instead of consuming his heart, she just keeps it with her, and hugs it to sleep every night because it's the only piece of him she has left. So yeah. Then comes the time where Lucifer is being a little bitch again, tries to rile things up. For a bit, like many years down the road after Mephistopheles' death. The goddess of time was like, go investigate this little bitch, like go and find out what he's doing again. So then Seri and her friends are tasked to go and find out what Lucifer is doing again. And when the moment she enters, like, and then this heart will become a walking plushie of Mephisto. Aww. It's so cute. I wish that's what happened, but unfortunately no. Maybe I should make a walking plushie of him. Yeah, so then they went to hell. They to Lucifer's realm, and Seri got this very eerily familiar like magic, like, you know, the magic that she was so used to for the past life, the entire time. She it's just like this rush of very familiar warmth that she was so used to, like just rush through over her. And then like true enough, when she looked over at the person beside Lucifer, it was Mephistopheles, and what he did was just he kind of gathered up like the all of his so when he destroyed his body, I can't say a soul because like devils don't have souls. So it's like his magic and his essence was like just there and like spread around the realm. So what Lucifer did was he just collected it up. It's like dust, you know, collecting up dust and then just putting them up together like back into a being. but he doesn't have a physical form. So the moment Lucifer dies, Mephistopheles also goes. So then, but then seeing Mephistopheles again, it was like heart wrenching for Seri because it's like she has to remember like all the times she spent with him and stuff like that. And then now she has to fight him because Lucifer decides to bring him back to war. So Lucifer, being the little bitch that he is, he got Mephistopheles to fight Seri. So in the battlefield, Mephistopheles couldn't remember who she was. Like his memories are a bit hazy, but they were just like fighting. But he was pulling his punches because he's like he feels something weird. It's like he can't really exactly uh can't exactly land his blows on her. Something was telling him not to. Why are you laughing? I'm a mighty Mephistopheles. Then he throw his tiny plushy punches at some demon. Oh, that's so cute though. Mighty Mephistopheles. But he's just a baby. But yeah, so then he was forced to fight her. And then she has to hold back her tears because she has to fight like her dead husband, and it was they were gonna be happy at some point, but they didn't. So it was just painful for her. So he was like, this Mephistopheles was like confused, like why is she hesitant on hurting him, and why is she in his memories? So he was trying to figure out like what's going on, like why is everything so weird? So he kept questioning her, kept trying to get answers out of her. So eventually she tells him that like she just like, you know, caresses his face and like tearing up and stuff like that. And he finally remembers her, like who she was. And he said unfortunately that he has to fight. He has to fight for Mephistopheles because he was the one that summoned him and stuff like that. But Seri is like, no, but you're bound to me, like we're married. You don't have to listen to him. And Mephistopheles was like, you're right, you know what? You're right. You're my wife, you know what? So they worked together, they fought against Lucifer together with her friends and stuff, and they defeated Lucifer with the help of Mephistopheles. But because his magic is wearing off, like after after Lucifer's death, his magic wore off, and Seri has to unfortunately watch Mephistopheles die for a second time. Seri be like, my little baby. Yes, basically. Let me show you her battle outfit. I did draw like a concept of it. Hold on. There we go. It's like a concept of her battle outfit. Yeah, so this was what she was wearing when she was fighting Mephistopheles. Battle, battle outfit, battle. Fight, beat. Yeah, so this is the concept of her battle outfit that I designed for her. So she was wearing this when she was fighting her dead husband. So she has to watch him die a second time, unfortunately, because I, as an author, is terrible that way, and I like to watch my OC suffer. So she witnessed his death the second time, and she's basically like lost all sorts of hopes in everything. She just lost her will to like live. So she was basically just going around and serving the goddess of time, doing as much good as she can before her time runs out. Eventually, she is assassinated by someone that is that had beef with her, like from way back, because she was technically going around murdering like a bunch of people. So like it was like one of those people that she murdered, like the relatives or something. So he came back for revenge, killed her, assassinated her. So she didn't have like a glorious death or a very honorable death. She just died like that. So then before she died, she told the goddess of time to, like, she told her to take care of the heart that Mephistopheles has given her. So she offered her the Mephistopheles' heart, and then her soul was claimed by the goddess of time as well. So everything went to the goddess of time. So right before she died, she went back to hell, where Mephistopheles' essence was still like around in hell, where she could like feel him and stuff. So she her body rested there in the end. So technically they had like they're still together, but they're not together. So then epilogue. Um but the goddess of time, she pitied the both of them and decided that they should have a chance at being happy, and gave them put their soul and their heart, like his existence and her existence, in another universe. So that's when like the AUs come about. So they technically get to be happy in another universe, just not in this universe. So yeah, that is the gist of the lore that I have for her and the devil. This tiny hand touching her thighs is Mephistopheles' hand, right? You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But yes, that's the gist of her lore. It's a very long lore. There must be at least one universe where we can be happy, right? Yep. Yep. There has to be one. There has to be. Oh, let me try to find like that one image of Mephistopheles that I rendered halfway, because I just couldn't be bothered, because I prefer drawing women. So yeah, this is how he looks like. Is it too dark? Yeah, this is him. I was rendering it halfway and I'm like, I looked at his face, I'm like, I want to punch him, so I stopped rendering. before I punch my screen. Yeah, it looks like an asshole. I have yet to decide what he's wearing, but probably he's not wearing much, like the slut he is. So yeah, he have abs for sure. Yeah. When I release comics, when I actually get to drawing the comics, I do want to make a short story for them. However, they are side characters, they are not the main characters. I'm still building on the main story. But I am so attached to them for now that I cannot draw anything else aside from them. Like, the main story is about a boy named Xenius, which is Seri's childhood friend. He is trying to look for Seri and her brother. Her brother is a twin brother. So the thing is, Seri was taken away. Well, not exactly taken away, but like she signed a pact with the devil when she was young, and so then she left with the devil, and then Xenius is trying to look for her, and he's also trying to look for her brother, because like amidst all the chaos from what happened. Okay, so backstory of her childhood is I can imagine short funny comic with Chibi Seri and Plushie. Let me stop, please. Oh, that's so cute. I have plush of them. Let me show you. I made dolls for them because I wanted to hold them in my arms, my babies. Where is it? I made dolls of them. They're so cute. He's so cute. I couldn't give him like the devil look because I live in a Catholic household, so I might be kicked out if I do. Hey, they're so cute. But yeah. Yeah, this is super cute. So yeah, the main story is yes. So where was I? Yes. So the backstory of all this is that Seri, her brother Seth, and Xenius, they are like uh half. Well, how do I explain the race? Okay, so I need to explain like the law. Okay, this is why it's gonna take 3 hours, and I have to go soon. But okay, let me just briefly talk about it really quick. It's not like I steal your heart or anything, baka. It's true. I really like the whole she fell first, he fell harder trope. That's why I wrote them like that. I wanted him to be like a complete simp for her. Because I really like that trope a lot. So okay, so in my world building, creatures like elves and demon looking creatures, all of them, like they exist, like creatures that look like dragons and stuff. They all exist because there was a meteorite in the past that landed on Earth, and then that meteorite had like properties of imitating other other properties. Um, so then, because of that, it imitated all the supernatural stuff and all the historical stuff on Earth as well. So um, people mutated because of that meteorite. So uh, there's like this essence that's like just like some aura essence like around the meteorite, so then it spreads throughout the earth, and then things start mutating, right? So humans start to mutate and stuff. So some of them, they have like they start to mutate into like elf ears. Like they have elf ears. They have like rock textured skin. They look like the demon, and they look like dragons and stuff like that. So you can pretty much imagine the world to kind of look like a D&D sort of world where there are like different races and stuff like that. But then so then this was like way in the past, right? Way in the past, like many centuries ago, when the meteorite landed. So then Seri and Zen's story starts from like centuries later after the meteorite landed on Earth. So then to this day there are still humans that are like humans, right? Like pure-blooded humans that are mutated. So what they do in that society, it's like, yes, fantasy world, yeah. So like they are like pure bloods, like they call them purebreds because like they only mate with humans because they believe that humans are like the superior race, right? Like all this like mutation stuff is not natural, and they cannot accept it. So then um when a kid that was born from a purebred human and another purebred human is you know is birthed, and the kid comes out as like a a mutated kid, they kill the parents and the kid. So it's kind of a messed up society. So yeah, Seri and Zen and Seth are unfortunately part of that society. Like they were in that purebred society because their parents, Zen's mother and no, Zen's dad was a purebred human, and he got together with what he thought was a purebred human, but gave birth to Xenius, who is genetically like is not purebred, so he's like mutated. So Zen is always bullied in the village because of that. But because the dad was like a high-ranking sort of like official in that village, he had the authority to like keep Zen like alive. So but like he was so obsessed with the mom, right? Like his dad was obsessed with the mom, uh, that he was able to close an eye to Zen's existence. But then one day his Zen's mother just disappeared, like up and disappeared. And his dad sort of like went mad about it and took his anger out on Xenius. So like yeah, so Xenius had a rough childhood. And Seri and Seth, the twins, they they are also like part of that society, but same thing. Mom was mutated actually. Mom was mutated. The dad was purebred, and but the thing is, like, they thought that they could hide the the kids in this society, uh, but like they just, well, how do I put it? It's like his dad thought that he could hide them here. So he faked their deaths. He faked the Seth and Sari and their mom's death. But actually the mom went missing. The mom was captured by one of the people, and like they just went missing. So the dad went to look for her, leaving the two kids behind. So the two kids had to fend for themselves. So the whole village doesn't know about these two kids' existence. So they had to live in like seclusion. They steal food and stuff like that, to try to survive, right? So then Sari and Seth also had to go through like a rough childhood trying to keep themselves alive. And the thing is, the people from the village did see them occasionally, and they're so confused. Like, where did these like mutated kids come from? Like, they're not supposed to be here, right? So, but then like sometimes they get caught and they're almost killed, but they manage to scrape away, and they just try to uh, survive. And they're kids, so they don't really know where to go, and this is like the only civilization that they know of. So then, yeah, so they couldn't leave as well. They couldn't leave the place, and they just had to like try to survive there. So then they were just chilling out in the lake for a moment, like one day, and Zen also made his way to the lake and found out that they were very similar in terms of like their genetics. Like they were all like half bred, like half mutated kids. So they became friends very easily. So um, thank you. I remember one idea I had. Oh, share. Yeah, so then Zen, Seri, and Seth became very good friends, like the whole typical thing. But then one day, uh, she witnessed that Seth was like being assaulted uh, by the adults in the village. So that was when she got really mad, because it's like she's constantly thinking like, why is it always them, like just because they're different and stuff. So her anger was the one that uh reached Mephistopheles. She was so pissed off that she summoned the devil. So then that anger uh uh summoned Mephistopheles to her, and then they entered a pact, and she decided to serve under him in exchange for like power, like, and stuff like that. So then she destroyed the entire village, um destroyed the entire village with just her powers, and then like just burned everything in her sight. So she was kind of like mentally unstable at that point, and uh but unfortunately Seth and Zen was like caught in the crossfire, so she injured them in the process, especially Seth, because Seth was really really close to her in proximity. So um she thought she killed her brother, and she has always lived with that guilt. of killing her own twin. So then after her whole rampage, like she left the village and Seth went missing, and that's when Zen, the main character of the story, is like, oh no, I know my friends are still alive, but I have to go and find them, you know. I want to find them, I want to bring them back to the light, the redemption. So this is like where the story begins, where where he's like the main character, you know. So he is, yeah, he's the main character of this whole story. So Seri is just a side character. It's just for Zen's character development. But I like to give like character, like personality and backstory to all of my characters. So unfortunately, I'll take a long time to build what I have as of now. Okay, what time is it? 5:19. Okay, I gotta go soon. Finish up this one. And then I had like idea of a royal family human who meet half elf, half dark elf girl in the forest when he was like, oh, it sounds interesting. Tell me about it. Actually, hold that thought. I need to go soon. I need to go soon. Tell me on the next stream or something, or you can join my Discord and tell me. Like, private message me or something. I need to go soon. Okay, okay, okay. I need to leave. I need to leave. I'm in a hurry. But yes, I'll be here tomorrow. Probably around the same time. Maybe even earlier because today in the morning I had to do some stuff. So I'll probably be here tomorrow. So you can drop me your lore tomorrow. Tell me about it tomorrow. There's not much about it though. She was abandoned by dark elves when they find out she is mixed. Oh. Oh. Damn. That's rough, buddy. Yeah. Tell me tomorrow. I need to run. Because I'm in a hurry to leave. But I also want to finish this. But yes, okay. Thank you for coming to stream. This is what I have for today. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Should I read someone? Nah, I think it's fine. Why are you running? I am gonna go to a funeral. Like, like a cremation ceremony. So yeah, I gotta go. It's a relative's like funeral. So yeah. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. No, no, don't worry. It's fine. Like, I'm not too sad about it. Well, it's kind of like a pity because she left us early, but yeah, it's just a pity. But yeah, okay, I need to go. See you tomorrow.